Hello, my name is Minji, and this is a tie that I nicked from a funeral home. Or at least I made you think I did. Of course I bloody didn't. But hey ho, it almost feels like a funeral simply because it was Chelsea 1, Just Stop Oil FC 1, and quite fittingly as well, it was Chris Wood who got the bloody scores up and running for Nottingham Forest. As much as I hate to say it, because Nottingham Forest pissed me the fuck off this entire blocking game. It really pissed me off. Trutia, banchots, fucking wankers. But hey, the tactic worked. You gotta give him credit. You know, every single team from the Manchester City and game week 1 up until Brighton last week, they literally attacked Chelsea, and Chelsea were able to pick them off. Obviously, they didn't pick Manchester City off, but they were able to pick all the other teams off. Obviously, with the exception of Crystal Palace, somewhere lumped in between. And then Nottingham Forest went, you know what? Let's do the exact opposite. Let's just stay resolute. And that's not to even say that, they stayed resolute and got a lucky goal. Actually, I'll be doing a disservice to them. They actually countered really well. They actually really countered really well. They pressed where they needed to as well. They weren't just a lucky team. They actually deserved a point, to be fair. Although, towards the chances at the end, they might even argue they probably should have nicked it. They probably should have nicked the bloody game, but... Well, where do I start? Nottingham Forest, they actually, like I said, they stayed resolute. They made sure that none of the passes were going down the middle. They were happy for us to have the ball out wide and put crosses in, and then their tanks of a centre-back were able to, throw every single cross away. Noni Madueke was just trying bits on the right side, but it didn't quite come off for him in that half. Cole Palmer was pretty much isolated down the middle. He was well shepherded. He was well marshalled. Nothing home to write about really in that first half. And then the second half is where it all kicked off. I have to say James Ward-Prowse, up until where he got yellow carded, that second yellow card for doing an almost John Terry, Stevie G, Slippy G slip, and then rather than letting Jackson run away with the ball like Stevie G let Dembaba run away with the ball, he went, no, it's not this. I'm going to bring the ball back. I'm going to take my second yellow card, have my medicine, and Scarpa off. But prior to that, he was actually the kind of glue in midfield that Forrest kind of needed. He was the kind of guy that was just linking things all together. He was actually the main reason to why we fell behind. His free kick was beautifully flighted in. I don't know who got the knock on. I think it was the Forest's left back. Somebody remind me. And then Chris Wood puts a toe poke and it goes into the bottom right-hand corner. These are the kind of games where, Chelsea would go on to lose, to be honest with you. And I thought we would, because I think Nottingham Forest played the game so well, and I just had that air of inevitability around it. I just went, sod this, we've lost 1-0. And then a little moment of magic, an almost instantaneous response. Palmer with the ball out wide to Madueke on the right. This time he decides to cut inside. As a shot, takes a little bit of a deflection, and it goes into the bottom left-hand corner, and then it's game on. And then James Ward-Prowse gets sent off, and you're thinking, surely Chelsea have to win it. But just prior to that, Ika Williams, you're a prick. You're a fucking prick. What was that fucking challenge on Kukure, you dickhead, bruv? You're a fucking dickhead. What the fuck was that? Bloody slamming him into Enzo Maresca like that. Fucking hell. And then the cheek of it as well, the lad. He almost scored the winner as well. I don't know how he got there on the left-hand side of the box, and then he planted a shot into the top right-hand corner. Thankfully, Sanchez saved it. And then down the other end, I thought Nkunku won it, and then Sells, I don't know how Sells saved Nkunku's header from a Mudrik's cross from the left. That was pinpoint beautiful. And just before Nkunku's header, Cole Park, I don't know how he managed to turn that defender inside out, put him into a nice little cradle and send him down the River Thames, or the River Nile. You know what I'm saying? That biblical story. That's what he did. He sent him down the River Thames, man. How did he save that shot? Not once, but twice. I thought Cole Palmer would smash it in. Instead, he claws it out the first one, and then rebound still falls nicely to Cole Palmer on the right, and then he tries to lift it in again, but then again he claws it back out for a corner. My God, Sells, that Belgian keeper for Forrest. Don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but what a guy. What a guy. But then, and this is where Forrest would say that they should have probably won it when Jota, not the Liverpool one, or they probably felt like they had him. I'm speechless. From the corner, second ball. We didn't get the second ball. The ball was played out wide to the Forrest right again. Cross went in. And then Jota glanced it, but that the pace was on that cross, and then his glance almost added even more rapid pace to that ball. If you remember in Euro 24 when the Turkish goalkeeper saved that Austrian guy's header and tipped it around the post, almost Gordon Banks says, this was a very similar save. This was a very, very, very similar save to what Sanchez did to Jota there right at the end. I don't know how he's managed to tip that around the post. He has saved us a point there. He has saved us a point there. So this is why I'm saying, from my point of view, maybe a point was probably the best. I think it was fair. I think for Forrest, they might say otherwise. They'll probably say they just dropped 2 points there. They just dropped 2 points there. But hey, like I said, just stop Royal FC. You know, those orange roadmans and women literally on the road. Literally on the road. Causing a ruckus. You know, disrupting everyday public transportation services. That's what Forrest did at Stamford Bridge. They literally provided a nice little roadblock. We couldn't get through them. Couldn't get through them at all. And fair play to Forrest, but what can I say? It's one of those where I would have obviously liked to continue the win, that winning feel, because now it comes to the international break, and rather than being 1 point behind the leaders, we're now 2 point behind the leaders and 1 point behind City and Arsenal. We're now we're 3 points behind City and Arsenal and 4 points behind Liverpool. Coming into a run of really hard games now. We've got bloody, who else? Who have we got next? We got Liverpool after the international break. So we just have to go out there and beat them. Easier said than done at Anfield, but hey, let's give it a go. So that'll be Liverpool away, Newcastle at home, United away, Arsenal at home in the Premier League, and slap bang in the middle of this, I think, is Panathinaikos away and Newcastle away in the Conference League and the Carabao Cup. So it's all action as a Chelsea fan. Yet we're going to miss key players for the Liverpool game. We're missing Kukure, who somehow had the audacity to get yellow carded in that melee when he was the one who got assaulted. If he got yellow carded for that bump on, is it the number 31? I can't remember. If it was for that bump, then that was ridiculous because it was just a fair shoulder barge. How he's got a yellow after the fact of the events, after Nico Williams scythed him down, I don't understand it. How has he got a yellow for that? Someone fucking explain to me the rules, you banchod. Fucking chutya gada andu. Like, if you get assaulted, why are you the one getting a yellow card? So somebody punches me in the face and I get the fucking yellow card. Fucking hell. So we're missing him, and obviously we don't have Chilwell because Maresca thinks Chilwell's surplus to fucking requirements. So I don't know who the heck goes there. And then, I mean, we've got 700 other fucking players. I'm sure there's somebody out there to fill in the boots. And then we'll be without Colwell as well because he's bloody suspended. I think Madueke, in the midst of that melee, got his bloody foot injured. So he's fucking out of the game potentially. It's going to be a sticky situation. Obviously, no sympathies there. Like I said, we've got 700 million players out there that could possibly fill in the boots. So let's see which one of these players will fill in the boots and fill in the gaps where required. Hopefully, I have a tiki for this game because that weekend I'm free. This entire next week is going to be occupied with work. And I'm hoping to pick up an extra shift or two. Last week, I kind of got fucked with food poisoning, so obviously I was missing a few shifts. I won't obviously get paid for that. You don't get paid for missing work at all. So, oh dear. Gotta get back onto the hard work and grind and get me some dough by actually doing some hard work. Starting with later on this morning. But hey, like I said, next week, that weekend I'm free. At that point, hopefully I would have got enough of a cash flow to say, let's go enjoy ourselves at Anfield. Hopefully I got tickets for that. If not, I'll be somewhere in the Liverpool town centre, either drinking my sorrows away, whatever the outcome. For now, it's the international break and say less. Alright, peace, fuck off.